Behind me is the Toyota Highlander Limited Edition. In this case, it's a 7-passenger SUV. So I'm going to drive it. I'm going to talk to you about what I think of it based on other 7 and 8 passenger SUVs that I've reviewed recently. And also, I'm going to tell you if I'm impressed. Let's find out. Well, I certainly like the looks of it. Maybe the chrome wheels are a little over the top, but it definitely looks modern and fresh. It's certainly a large SUV, but the character lines defy its size a bit. It's definitely a case of form following function, as it is in most large SUVs today, but it does manage to eke out some character with its design. Overall, I like it. It's not too aggressive, not too sedate, just right. The interior design looks quite nice to my eye. You get power seats with lumbar support in sort of a chocolate brown color, which I really like. A bit of stitching on the sides as well. And the matching wood accents really make the black and chrome accents pop. I think it looks really, really nice. It's an interesting rounded armrest. You open it either way, like this, and then it reveals deep storage and a tray as well. Moving forward, you have controls for your heated and ventilated seats, 2 cup holders, and your 8-speed automatic transmission that you can shift yourself as well. Here you can cancel your traction control, which I don't recommend. You have a snow setting, you also have a downhill setting, and you can lock the differential. And then here you get a hookup for your smart or iPhone, and then you get 2 USB inputs and a charger as well. Up above here you have some storage, which actually goes all the way across to the passenger as well. You get dual zone climate control, and then your infotainment screen. I think it's quite easy to navigate, no real issues here, and I like the way it's laid out. Certainly very nice. You have a volume and a tuning knob as well, and the tech like the adaptive cruise control and lane keep assist is all quite easy to get to, like that all-around view camera as well located over here. So I give it very strong marks in my Driviin technology integration score. I'll give it a nice 9.5 out of 10. On the steering wheel you have controls for your Bluetooth, also your radio, volume and channel, and then you have a menu screen here as well. And you can go ahead and scroll through, get some useful information here. On the gauge cluster you have a large tachometer and speedometer, as well as a fuel gauge and a temperature gauge as well. To the left of the steering wheel you can pop your hatch and also adjust your lighting, and also your heated steering wheel and parking sensors down there. Moving to the door, you have controls for your power windows and door locks, 2 memory settings here, some storage here, and storage and cup holder down below. All in all, I think it's a very nice looking interior that has really advanced tech and luxury too. The rear seat gets an actual plug-in charger and 2 chargers as well, and then your own ventilation controls, which is really nice. And then you have 2 captain's chairs in this case for a total of 7 passenger seating. The rear 3 seats are nicely tucked away if you need them to. But I think it's a really nice layout, and of course you can collapse the seats as well if you want to go ahead and get more room. Storage in the door too, so a nicely laid out second row of seats. Here are my golf discs. Definitely play the sport with your whole family, and check out my disc golf videos if you want to learn how to play. Pop open the hatch and you have plenty of storage with the seats up. Pull this latch and you can fold the seats down as well for plenty of cargo room. If you fold them down all the way, you can get 83.2 cubic feet of storage space. Very nice. Powering the Toyota Highlander Limited is a 3.5 liter dual overhead cam V6, and that is mated to a direct shift 8-speed automatic. It produces 295 horsepower and 263 pound-feet of torque. It's good for a 0 to 60 time of 6.7 seconds. Fuel economy is rated at 20 in the city, 26 on the highway, and 22 miles per gallon overall. Pricing for the 2018 Toyota Highlander Limited starts out at $46,660, and there's really no options, so you're out the dealer door at $47,655 with destination, because it's really fully loaded. Heated and ventilated seats, adaptive cruise control, lane keep assist. You get all-wheel drive with locking differential. Of course, 7-passenger seating with the captain's chairs. So what you have here with the Toyota Limited Highlander is an extremely capable 7-passenger SUV. And that's what a lot of Americans want these days. Now, I've driven many 7 and 8 passenger SUVs lately, even the Toyota Sequoia. The Sequoia, of course, is a bit larger and will handle 8 passengers as well, but in my way of thinking, it's not worth the extra money unless you need to tow horses or boats or something like that. The Kia Sorento, which I've tested, is similar to this Highlander, and of course the Kia name is something that's not as well recognized to Americans than Toyota. They don't have decades of reliable automobiles built for Americans, but it is very nice. Check out my review of that one and the other SUVs that I'm mentioning elsewhere on YouTube. Also the Ford Expedition I've reviewed lately, and that is extremely nice. Massage seats even, that stands out to me. An excellent SUV there. The Jeep Trackhawk was definitely a special 7 or 8 passenger SUV, but very expensive. Of course, very, very fast too, and that's why you're buying that one. But this Toyota Highlander, I think, is a combination of all those other SUVs. It is quick enough and certainly luxurious enough too. But how does it handle on the back roads and off-road? Well, if you're going to venture off-road, you can certainly lock the differential and then head off-road a bit. You do have the ground clearance for it, but I don't suspect that many of these will see a lot of off-road use. I think they'll be driven by a lot of soccer moms, and that's not a bad thing. The large SUV can handle large families, kids and their friends going to practice, and really everything you can throw at them. And that makes them, of course, very special and sought-after vehicles here in America. Gas mileage, well, it's not such a sacrifice on fuel economy either for such a large vehicle. 26 miles per gallon on the highway is not too shabby for a vehicle this size. You can go ahead and shift it yourself. You see S1, that means you're in a sport mode and first gear, and there's plenty of torque. And it does feel quicker than probably the numbers suggest, 0 to 60 in 6.7, but still, that's certainly not slow. And the V6 has plenty of power, plenty of torque, and you can also tow up to 5,000 pounds, which is really good. Of course, with a high center of gravity, we're not going to discuss its true handling too much, but it is definitely made to understeer a bit for safety, but certainly no slouch for a vehicle of this size. Part of the night look, this is actually shining on the ground. Highlander, pretty cool. And checking out the night look on the Highlander, and it is very elegant. Excellent. Everything looks good. Right down to the Highlander outside of the car. Really, really cool. So the heat just got shut off, and the engine just got shut off because it utilizes engine stopping so that you get better fuel economy. You have to firmly press your foot on the brake, and then it shuts the engine off and even turns the fan off on the heat. So nice savings of fuel there. Blind spot warning lights up when there's a car in your blind spot, and the lane keep assist actually steers you back in your lane. If you try to cross the lane without signaling, it'll beep at you, so you got to put your turn signal on and then change lanes. but it's always watching out for you. Also, with the radar cruise control, you can set that, and then you can set the safety cushion from the car in front of you, and then if cars in front of you slow down, well, you'll slow down too, up to your set maximum speed, which right now is 58 miles per hour, and slowing me down here because cars are doing all sorts of crazy stuff in front of me. And so there you go. It's a safety feature, certainly, but in my opinion, it is a luxury feature. Keeps your feet rested and lets you just relax a little bit, because the car is better than the human many times. It's not to say you don't need to keep your hands on the steering wheel and keep alert, you do. But sometimes, if you should lose that alertness, it's always watching out for you. So again, great safety, but also I think great luxury too. Great backup camera with an all-around view in this Highlander. And check this out, you can also go to an all-around video view of the car. Just keeps spinning there, and you can pause it if you like, and you can also see the sides. Look at that. Wow. Excellent safety feature. I've seen countless cars and buses stuck today, right now, and this Highlander has no issues with the snow whatsoever. It's child's play for it. So there you go. After driving this Toyota Highlander for a week, it is a very well-rounded, large 7-passenger SUV. So it might not be the fastest SUV out there or the most luxurious, but it is quick, and it does have lots of luxury and great safety features, as well as a 5-star safety rating as well. So it's an excellent SUV that's really going to do 95% of everything that someone would want a large 7 or 8 passenger SUV to do. So there you have it, the Toyota Highlander, an excellent all-around SUV that's really the best of all worlds. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter and Instagram, and of course subscribe. Share my videos with your friends and family. Just Google Drivin Ivan and whatever car or SUV you're looking for, and you can find it. Check out my literal video for Chris Isaac's Wicked Game, music videos, disc golf videos, documentaries. Thanks for watching. I'm Drivin Ivan.